19 AI models, one system. Perplexity just launched an AI agent that orchestrates Claude, GPT, Gemini, and Grok all at once. And someone already used it to clone a $30,000 a year Bloomberg Terminal overnight for $200 a month. This is Perplexity Computer, and it might be the most ambitious AI product of 2026. Now, the question is, what exactly is this thing and how does it work? Perplexity Computer is not a physical PC. It's what the company calls a general-purpose digital worker. You give it a task, anything from building a financial dashboard to researching a legal contract, and it breaks it down into subtasks, assigns each one to a specialized AI agent, and runs them in parallel. Think of it as an AI project manager with 19 employees, each one an expert in something different. The whole thing runs in a sandboxed cloud environment, a real file system, a real browser, real CLI tools, but completely isolated from your machine. No access to your files, no access to your passwords. CEO Aravind Srinivas put it this way: Perplexity Computer is what a personal computer in 2026 should be. It's personal to you, remembers your past work, and is secure by default. But here's where it gets really interesting. The 19 models under the hood. Perplexity Computer doesn't rely on a single AI model. It orchestrates 19 of them simultaneously. Claude Opus 4.6 from Anthropic handles the heavy reasoning, complex code, multi-step logic. GPT 5.2 from OpenAI powers the web search pipeline. Google's Gemini runs deep research tasks. xAI's Grok is deployed for speed, fast, lightweight queries. And for creative tasks, Veo 3.1 generates video, Nano Banana generates images. The system doesn't ask you which model to use. It decides on its own based on the task. Writing code? Claude. Searching the web? GPT. Deep analysis across hundreds of papers? Gemini. Quick factual lookup? Grok. And it can run 7 types of searches in parallel: web, academic, people, image, video, shopping, and social. And here's the part that should concern OpenAI, Google, and every other AI company. Perplexity is using their own models against them. Claude, GPT, Gemini, Grok, all competitors' products, orchestrated inside a single rival's platform. It's like a restaurant that serves dishes from every competitor's kitchen under its own brand. Perplexity Computer connects to over 400 integrations: Gmail, Outlook, Slack, Notion, GitHub, Salesforce, Google Drive, Dropbox, Linear, even WhatsApp. You're not just chatting with an AI, you're giving it access to your entire digital workspace. And the workflows don't stop when you close the tab. They can run for hours, days, even months, with persistent memory across sessions. You start a research project on Monday, come back Thursday, and it remembers exactly where it left off. The CEO described it simply: even your mom can text on the app and delegate tasks. No terminal, no API keys, no complex setup. Now let's talk money, because the pricing model is unlike anything else in AI right now. Perplexity Computer runs on a credit system. $200 a month gets you the max plan with 10,000 credits. Each task consumes a different number of credits depending on complexity and which models get deployed. Right now, there's a launch bonus: 20,000 extra credits for new and existing users, expiring 30 days after activation. You can set spending caps and even choose which models to prioritize. But here's the real question: 10,000 credits a month. Is that enough? For light users running a few workflows per week, probably. For power users trying to replace an entire team of tools, the credits could burn fast. But nothing sold this product more than one viral demo. Days after launch, a finance developer built a functional Bloomberg Terminal clone using Perplexity Computer. In one night. A Bloomberg Terminal costs $30,000 per year, roughly $2,500 a month. This clone? $200. CEO Aravind Srinivas retweeted it himself. The project went viral. But let's be honest about the limits. The clone doesn't have real-time market data feeds. It can't execute trades. It's missing roughly 30,000 of Bloomberg's specialized functions. It's a proof of concept, not a replacement. Still, Building a functional financial dashboard overnight that would have taken a team of developers weeks? That's the pitch. That's why people are paying attention. Now, how does this compare to the competition? There are three main approaches to AI agents right now. Perplexity Computer runs in the cloud. It's sandboxed, multi-model, and designed for accessibility. Anyone can use it. OpenAI's OpenClaw is the opposite. It runs locally on your machine. It has full access to your files, your browser, your system settings. It's open source and free, but the CEO of Perplexity compared it to malware. His exact words, because OpenClaw gives an AI complete control over your local computer. And then there's Anthropic's Claude computer use, a single model approach where Claude directly controls your desktop. Deep specialist, but limited to Anthropic's own models. The setup tells the story. OpenClaw took Perplexity's own engineers hours to configure. Terminal, API keys, Mac Mini required. Perplexity Computer? In Srinivas's words, even your mom can use it. Cloud versus local. Sandboxed versus open access. Multi-model versus single model. Three very different philosophies, and it's still too early to declare a winner. But every product has its cracks, and Perplexity Computer is no exception. First, dependency. Perplexity doesn't own any of the 19 models it orchestrates. If Anthropic restricts API access to Claude, or OpenAI raises GPT pricing, Perplexity's entire product is at risk. Second, the credit system. 10,000 credits per month sounds like a lot until you run a complex, multi-model workflow that burns through hundreds in a single task. Third, cloud-only means no local processing. Your data goes through Perplexity servers. For privacy-sensitive users and enterprises with strict data policies, that's a deal breaker. And finally, it's not open source. Unlike OpenClaw, you can't inspect the code, modify it, or self-host. But zoom out, and Perplexity Computer fits into something much bigger. Perplexity AI is now valued at $20 billion after raising $200 million in September 2025, 45 million monthly active users, and roughly $200 million in annual recurring revenue. Perplexity Computer is their bet that the future of AI isn't chatbots, it's agents. Systems that don't just answer questions, but actually do work. And every major tech company is making the same bet. OpenAI with OpenClaw, Anthropic with computer use, Google with Gemini agents. The race is on. Perplexity Computer orchestrates 19 AI models, connects to over 400 tools, and runs autonomous workflows for days on end. At $200 a month, it's not cheap, but it might be cheaper than the stack of AI subscriptions it's trying to replace. Is this the future of how we use AI, or just a slick wrapper around other people's models? Drop your take in the comments. Link to try it is in the description. And if you want to stay ahead of every AI launch, subscribe and hit the bell. See you in the next one.